With the public hearing, today is Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. We'll start with attendance. Sharon Callahan.
Is absent. Luke Honier.
Oh, present. Thanks, Jim.
Charlie Obermeyer is absent. Deborah Painter.
Here.
And Barb Yeager is also absent.
Okay. Public is advised that members of the Hampstead Town Council may be present and in attendance at this meeting. All persons are reminded that this session is being recorded on tape as required by law for the preservation of records and are asked, when providing comment, to give their name and address. All persons in attendance are requested to print their name, address, and affiliation on the sign-in sheet. So today's order of hearing is discussion of Town of Hampstead PFAS treatment centralization project concept site plans.
So as you remember, we introduced the site plan last month. This is internal, with the town being the owner of the project and the developer of the project. This is to redo or modernize and centralize a significant segment of our water system. If you remember correctly, we talked about 4 different locations with 5 different pipelines running to them. Pipelines are still in review for grading permits with the county, along with the site plans are also with the Bureau of Development Review with the county being reviewed, and we're getting comments on them. We've gotten several comments in so far. They're in your packet for your review. Nothing earth-shattering, nothing to really be concerned with. We did just get today stormwater management, and that one had some questions. And talking with Jason, the engineer for GMB, I think he's going to reach out to Chad, the reviewer, and try and get those clarified. As far as in town, what we need to do is, the concept plan. At this point, we need to do an adequate facility study. So real quick, I'll just go over that. Basically, it certifies that we can support this project. So this document is presented to you in accordance with Section 120-7 A and B of the Hampstead Town Code. Zoning Administrator Study. The concept plan complies with all the applicable provisions of the Code of the Town of Hampstead and all other applicable state and county codes and provisions. Things that the Commission should consider. Please refer to the review comments made by state, county, and town agencies. Local schools will not be impacted by this project. The proposed use will not create an inadequacy in police protection, recreation services, or roads. The proposed use will not create an inadequacy in fire protection or emergency services. The proposed use will not create an inadequacy in water service or sewer service. And this project conforms to the Town of Hampstead and Environment's Comprehensive Plan and the Carroll County Water and Sewer Master Plan. To the best of our knowledge, the proposed use does not violate the provisions of any enforceable deed, restrictions of covenants attached to the property. This information is submitted to the Commission for your consideration during deliberations for approval of the concept site plan. This information is accurate to the best of my knowledge. So as you can see, this project will not have any real impact on the town. So, Jason, you have anything to add, or you want to?
Not so much. The biggest impact of the town was positive in terms of the improvement of treatment and sanitation side.
Yeah, that was my question as well, is the word impact, right? I mean, the schools are going to benefit from it, but they won't be impacted, is what you're saying.
Yes,
right?
So it will be a positive impact.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All the other things we've got, we did update coloring here just in terms of the presentation. I'll just put it up here front. Essentially in gray and red type appearance to it.
Can't remember, is that the same as it was when you showed this at the meeting last month?
They were darker.
Darker,
last
right,
time.
yeah.
We got the colors to match up a little better.
Yeah.
What was selected and lighten them up.
Yeah, this is much more accurate of what they'll actually look like. And of course, the one on the left, that's North Carroll Farms, where we're using the existing building.
So that one is to match the existing brick.
Yeah, the lower building is existing, and then we're adding the taller one.
This is the lower. Existing, this will be.
And then the other three buildings will be brand new.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Close the public hearing.
Yeah, I mean, again, Jim, I've read through, the comments and different things from the different agencies, so your summary here basically says they all approve with some minor adjustments,
Yeah,
right?
like, for example, the comments from engineering are basically based on the larger entrance into the dairy well. That was the only thing she really had comments on. They really don't need to be addressed because it's simply going to be a private road. I'm sure we'll just have to make sure that the access to the road is adequate for the size vehicles going in there. That was,
We're looking at the turning radius of that. The turning radius as it's shown is adequate for the size road.
the other thing was line of sight. We're good
Line
there.
of sight, this should do everything. We just gotta get some information included on the plan to show some of that. So just add some information to the plans.
The other thing that was interesting was the ADA comments, where we do have to be somewhat ADA compliant, but not as rigid as, say, we were a commercial building and had customers coming in and out. But we do need to, Jason,
We don't have to mark sites or
Right.
mark parking spaces as handicap ADA accessible, but we have to have a allocated area, or at least a marked area that meets all the slope requirements for ADA access to be able to. So there has to be a spot near the front entrance that somebody can park an ADA van and be able to get access to it through the maximum slopes. Slope requirements. So we'll have to show that on the plan just as a
For each one?
each site.
Okay.
and then also if you go through the comments and you look at the comments from David B. Kraft, who's development review, a lot of that, me and Tom went over and met with David at the county shortly after we received that, and we met about a number of different issues, but we went over that with him and explained to him how we packaged this all as one site plan, and we discussed that earlier with Laura, who's his boss, and once we explained the reasoning behind our madness.
So his piecemeal comment is what you're referring to?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and so he's fine with it. He's fine with it. The other thing you may see in there is about, he's asked a lot of places about setbacks. And there are a couple places where we're just over the setback line, but there is a section of code under the zoning code that allows county structures, buildings, to not have to comply with setbacks. So that's why it's like that. They're not gregariously over, they're just slightly over.
So is everybody here present part of the engineering team, or some of these people are provided the comments that we're seeing in the packet?
No, this is,
The engineering team, okay.
you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. I'm Jeff Ziegler, I'm with CLSI.
I'm Keith Heindel, I'm with Hanover Land Services.
Peter Zito with Hanover Land Services.
Larry Hentz with HDR.
And of course, you know Jason.
Yeah, I had no additional comments, Jim. I don't know if you did.
No, it's
Debbie?
not.
Okay.
All good.
So nobody here from the public here to provide comment? So shall we
We can close.
request to
You
adjourn?
can close the public.
close
We don't need that,
Yeah,
we have an
just close
adjournment?
it. Yeah, you
Yep.
just close it.
Okay. Close the public hearing for the Town of Hampstead PFSA Treatment Centralization Project Concept Site Plans is now closed. We'll now move on to the next order of business. The Hampstead Planning and Zoning Commission for Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. Jim, we don't need to redo roll, do we?
We do not.
Okay.
And also looking at this, we're going to have to hold off on the minutes approval
Yep.
until next meeting.
Okay. Okay, so the same applies here. Public is advised that members of the Hampstead Town Council may be present and in attendance at this meeting. All persons are reminded that this session is being recorded on tape as required by law for the preservation of records and are asked, when providing comment, to give their name and address. All persons in attendance are requested to print their name, address, and affiliation on the sign-in sheet. So from the proposed agenda, we're going to bypass the minutes approval. There's only Deb and I here, not enough to get the minutes approved. So Jim, you want to start us with the zoning administrator update?
Sure, just a couple quick updates on plans in progress. Warshak's, last month I told you all that the traffic study had been completed and it was under review. Well, unfortunately, upon review, it was found to be incomplete. One of the items listed in the scope of work was not properly addressed. Basically, they did not get all the numbers on a certain lane going a certain way, so they need to go back and find that out. So they're still doing additional work to get the traffic study completed. Yeah, so that'll set it back another month. Tractor Supply and Weiss Gas and Go, both these sites are going through the review process with the county. I'm pretty sure that Weiss Gas and Go will be here next month for their public hearing. And then I gave a little update on this last month, and I'll just update it again. The power lines, which everyone's talking about, the power line project. So the latest is PSEG is expected to name the proposed route for the new lines in October. Shortly thereafter, they'll be contacting property owners whose property may be affected by the new lines. Right after that, PSEG will schedule site visits with the property owners and begin the negotiation process. The next step will be is they hope to submit an application for constructing the power lines along the proposed route in January. That goes to the Public Service Commission. Public Service Commission, as I said, it opened up a standalone email address for this project that anyone could send them an email. I'm expecting they have tens, if not hundreds of thousands of emails in there, just because of the pushback. I don't expect that PSC will have a quick decision on this. And along those lines, there's also, the pushback is also from levels well above the citizens to electeds. And the latest I heard that Carroll County, Frederick County, Baltimore County are all getting together and reaching out to the governor for a sit down and his thoughts on this. So we'll see how it goes, but it's not a done deal yet. And then last thing, just about community events. October 12th, Main Street Partnership will hold Fall Fest. It'll be on the grounds of War Memorial Park, St. John's Park, and Matthews Tire. They'll have live music, vendors, fall-based activities for the kids, a hayride, and a beer garden. It runs from 10 till 3, and the town will have a table at the event to stop by and learn more about what's going on around town. And that's it.
And it is rain or shine.
It is rain or shine.
Okay. All right, thanks, Jim. Next on the agenda, discussion of Town of Hampstead PFAS treatment centralization project concept site plans.
And I think we covered all that in the public hearing.
Okay. Any other comments? Move to the next item. Carroll County Department of Planning update. Andrew.
Thank you. Good to see everyone, even though it's getting a little bit darker and it's getting cooler out. Just a couple items. Next month, I know I said this last month, but next month will be when I will bring the water and sewer amendment for the fall 2024 amendment forward to this commission, so you all can certify if it's consistent with the Hampstead Comprehensive Plan. For upcoming news with the water and sewer master plan amendments, the spring, I know we're still a ways off from this, but the spring 2025 amendment cycle closes on February 1st of 2025. No new updates with the housing study for text amendments in the county, in unincorporated Carroll County, of course, not in the town of Hampstead, but there's the Housing Expansion and Affordability Act, solar site design requirements, and DRRAs that are currently going on. Then the master plan update. This is new. As I think I mentioned before, the county is getting ready to start their next master plan process, the guiding policy growth document, development and growth policy for the next 10 years. The planning staff met with the Board of County Commissioners on August 29th, and the Board of County Commissioners and the Planning and Zoning Commission last week held a joint meeting, and that can be viewed online. Public outreach activities are being planned for the fall. We had our first outreach event at the Seniors on the Go the other week at the Ag Center, and the website will soon be launched. So if anyone wants more information on County Master Plan update process, that will be live soon. And once it is live, I will definitely let you know. Jim, I can send you an email. But besides that, that is all I have. And if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions? Okay, thank you, Andrew. Any other business? Any public comment? Nope. Okay. I'd like to get a motion for adjourn.
You got it.
I'll second it. Okay, meeting adjourned. Thank you all. Okay, mark me. 16.
Not bad.